As we said, this is an ongoing hearing in the Supreme Court with the centre giving in information, other state governments submitting details here as well as far as the migrant issue is concerned. What the Solicitor General says, we did what we could as a welfare state. All assistance provided to the states. This is what the centre has once again reiterated. The Maharashtra government has also submitted its response here. Maharashtra government says 11 lakh migrants ferried back. But 38,000 migrants are still in the state. So there are still several more left who need to be sent back. And the centre saying all assistance is being provided to the states. We have with us our Deputy News Editor Meenakshi Bhanja getting us further inputs here. Meenakshi, do we have more specifics when we are told that the centre is providing all assistance to the state? Because just yesterday we found out that the cost of the Shramik trains is only being borne by the states and not by the central government of 85% of the tickets, as was stated earlier.
Well, there at the outset, please bear in mind that this is an ongoing proceeding. This is something which has not yet been settled conclusively by the Supreme Court. In an ongoing proceeding, there are several back and forths that are exchanged between the bench and the various councils. The important part here is the data and the figures that the central government is putting on record, and not just the central government but also the various state governments. You yourself referred to the figures provided by Maharashtra. We have just heard from Delhi, very interesting figures coming in from Delhi, where additional Solicitor General Sanjay Jain, who is representing the Delhi government, has just informed the Supreme Court as to how around 2 lakh workers are still here. They're choosing not to go back. Only a small number are expressing a desire to go back, less than 10,000. That's the figure being provided by Delhi. Gujarat has made a submission. A former ASG, Maninder Singh, was appearing for the state of Gujarat. He went on to tell the Supreme Court as to how 20.5 lakhs have been transported back. And a few remain. The state is coordinating the activity of transporting them back as well. So these are very crucial updates coming in from the Supreme Court, where you yourself mentioned the matter is very much underway. It is not a concluded, settled matter. In a concluded, settled matter, these questions can be tackled in a better manner about the final conclusive nature. But since it is ongoing, there are several back and forth which is happening. Colin Gonzalez is, for example, for the Migrants Association, is citing before the Supreme Court as to how the very process of registration of the migrants is something which is very complicated, and the Supreme Court needs to intervene to resolve that. The solicitor, meanwhile, is saying that only those interveners who have contributed in some way towards the management of COVID-19 should be heard by the Supreme Court. So yes, a very hotly contested, now it's become a contested case after the suo motu cognizance that the Supreme Court had taken last time. But the debate very much on in the top court as we speak.
Okay. Well, we keep coming back to you in the coming few minutes or an hour till this hearing lasts there, Meenakshi. Thanks so far for getting us those inputs.